Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating: how you can actually fight aging right from your own kitchen. Yeah, it's all about building your body's defenses from the inside out. And it all starts with a simple but powerful question.
It's a pretty bold question, right? Can the food you put on your plate really change how your body ages? Like down at the cellular level? Well, the answer is a huge yes. And it all comes down to understanding this kind of hidden force at play inside all of us.
So, that hidden force, it's called inflammaging. Just think of it like this: it's a constant, low grade hum of inflammation that just kind of builds up as we get older. It's not like the sharp, obvious inflammation you get from a cut or something. This is a slow, chronic burn that puts a ton of stress on our cells and, yeah, speeds up aging. But here's the good news, and it's really good news: we are absolutely not powerless against it. Okay, so how do we fight back? Well, we can build something called a dietary shield. I love that term. It perfectly captures the idea. See, our defense is built on two key pillars. First, what we choose to eat, and second, when we choose to eat. It's that simple. Let's start by breaking down that first pillar. All right, pillar one. This is all about fortifying our bodies with the right stuff, the right building blocks. It really boils down to being super intentional with our food choices to actively fight back against that low-grade inflammation we were just talking about. And the strategy here is actually pretty simple. You can break it down into three core actions. First, we're going to build a solid foundation. Second, we'll focus on that super important link to our gut health. And third, we're going to actively cut back on the things that are basically, well, fueling the fire. So let's talk about that foundation. You've probably heard of the Mediterranean diet, right? Well, it's a total powerhouse for a reason. When you prioritize all those colorful fruits and veggies, healthy fats like olive oil, and fatty fish that are packed with omega-3s, you are literally loading your body up with antioxidants. And those are the little heroes that directly go in, neutralize cellular stress, and cool down that inflammation. Okay, now this next part is really cool. It's the gut inflammation link. Your gut is literally home to trillions of bacteria. And believe me, keeping the good guys happy is absolutely crucial. And what do they love to eat? Fiber. Fiber-rich plant foods are their favorite meal. And when you feed them what they love, they produce these compounds that go out and block inflammatory signals from spreading all over your body. How amazing is that? So here's a really key point about the food choices we make. It's not just about what you add to your diet, it's also about what you limit. Things like highly processed foods, way too much sugar, and refined carbs, they're basically triggers. They just promote more inflammation. So by cutting way back on them, you're taking a huge load of cellular stress off your body. All right, let's move on to that second pillar. Okay, on to pillar two. Here, we're shifting our focus a bit. We're moving from what we eat to when we eat. This is all about using specific eating patterns to seriously strengthen our body's own internal repair systems. And this whole idea breaks down into two goals that really work together. So on one side, you have activating cellular repair. Think of it like calling in a deep cleaning crew for your cells. And on the other side, we need to prioritize our physical resilience, maintaining the strength and function we need to just thrive. These two things aren't separate. They absolutely work hand in hand. So how do you activate that cellular repair? Well, the key is simply giving your digestive system a break. And this is exactly where a pattern like intermittent fasting comes into play. When you create a specific window of time where you just aren't eating, you give your body a chance to switch from digest food mode into repair and maintenance mode. And that repair mode triggers this incredible process called autophagy. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a cellular spring cleaning for your body. It's this amazing system that goes in, finds old, damaged, or just plain junky cell parts, and recycles them. It literally clears out the junk, which reduces inflammation and makes room for new, healthy parts to be built. It's pretty genius. But of course, while our body is busy cleaning house, we have to make sure we're giving it the right materials to stay strong. That's where prioritizing physical resilience comes in. It just means that during your eating window, you've got to make sure you're getting enough protein to keep your muscles strong and enough healthy fats for energy. And this becomes even more important as we get older. Okay, so let's put it all together. How do you actually wield this dietary shield we've been talking about? It all comes down to a really clear, actionable plan that combines both of those pillars into one unified strategy for healthy aging. So here's what it looks like in practice. You start by building your meals around that solid Mediterranean foundation, making sure to fuel your gut with fiber while also actively avoiding those inflammatory triggers. Then you bring in the patterns. You use some form of fasting to kickstart that cellular cleanup, and when you do eat, you make sure to prioritize protein to keep your strength up. See? It's a complete system where every part supports the others. And really, that's the bottom line. This is not about some crazy restrictive diet, not at all. It's just about making a series of smart, powerful choices, one after another. The power to build your own defense against inflammaging, it's literally right there on your plate. It's your plate. It's your protection. And the best part? You can start today.